Ah, oh man. Sov, what's up? Can you hear me?
Sorry, man, I was muted on my end. My bad.
What the
I didn't want to bleed through. Dude, you pounded his ass. I'm telling you.
non-stop?
I mean, that was nothing but just a complete smackdown on this fool. I mean, he had to Google shit. You could see it. That's why he stalls time and shit. And then he finally had to read it to you, what you asked him. He didn't know anything about it. And he still won't consider it because it's going to break up his
Wow.
whole little narrative. But
Guys, sorry, I just got to stop quickly. I got a $200 Patreon
holy
from
cow.
Bradley Stone. Dude, huge shout out to you, man. Thank you very, very much. That's insane. Thank you very much. I appreciate the support. $200. That's insane.
Yeah, man, that's sweet, man. I love that. That's
And
yeah, he'll be able to
Bradley
take on the
Stone,
whole rugby team tonight. Now it's got loosened up like that. Holy cow.
that's huge blessings. Thank you very much, Bradley. That's like an insane amount, man. Really appreciate it. And I just want to find out, was there any super chats? Because I couldn't see any super chats because I was busy with Craig. So please tell me some of you saved the super chats.
Yeah, the super chats. They're, I can see them here, but I don't. Hold on.
Let me see if I can get them up on my side somehow.
Yeah,
But yeah, so sorry you were saying before I interrupted you. But thank you very much for the super chat again. The Patreon, dude. That was
I've got
like,
them here, but I don't.
oh,
Yeah, no, the last super chat was from Roger Ludwell, and that was Talk Universe. That was just before you, just as you were starting.
okay. I got all the super chats here. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
just I'm just gonna read them out quickly. Is that fine? Godzilla 37. Thank you very much. Your $5 super chat says you have to be cordial. I don't. Foo, Craig. $2 super chat from LJ. Thank you very much. He says, "What character would Craig be in Dragon Ball Z?" Which you asked. Retro Ball also $2 super chat. Thank you very much. He says, "Ask about the IV, the Cavendish cause equals distance." We couldn't even really get there, and you saw he was running away from that when we tried.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you very much, Roger Ledwell, for your $2 super chat. Tick tick gravity, exactly. Another $2 super chat later, Craig, and another $2 super chat. Tok Tok Universe. Thank you very much, Roger.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Did you know the stream crashed about 10 minutes in?
I couldn't see. I thought it was
No,
just on
no,
my
no.
side.
Yeah, it's still locked up.
The sound
Oh
was
wait,
still
no,
there.
here it
Like,
is. Here it is.
the sound was
I
still
was on
there.
the wrong screen.
Okay, the sound was there, just the phone, the
Right.
video.
He just
Oh.
crashed on Craig's face. But so what I had to do is split my screen, split my monitor screen, and have MDD on one side, and then the chat from yours on the other side. You know what I mean? I think Soft was doing something similar.
Sorry, guys. I think it was probably because of Zoom.
Mm.
Yeah,
So I
probably.
did that.
But
But
there was still people in
you
the
guys
chat.
got the argument in, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
Here it is.
yeah, your
Oh,
thoughts. Yeah.
I was back and forth in the chat, and dude, the chat over on MDD looked to be like, from what I could see, mostly in your favor. Um, of course, you had a few globe trolls over there saying the same stupid shit as they always do. It was the same old usual suspects, Sean Hawkins, that group. And but I was saying his ass got pounded so hard tonight, he'll be able to take on the whole rugby team with no problem. That thing loosened up hard, boy. He's
But I mean,
Yeah,
like I said, what do you think of the argument I brought up with Everest, which he had to end up contradicting himself?
Yep.
And that's why I knew he was going to bring up that weight against the mountain.
He just did the same as what he usually does, didn't he? Exactly.
And that was his evidence that it worked too, was a little cartoon of it. Nobody actually doing the test, no observational data, anything else like that. Oh, there was some guy a long time ago that hung a weight off of a mountain,
and he says it was
like, oh really?
And he said it was contained. No, it wasn't. It wasn't contained next to a mountain. And they got another one that they tried recently, a few years back, with a laser, and it gave inconsistent results. Yeah, same mountain with a laser in a vacuum, He gave inconsistent results. So yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I was sitting here with my Glock playing. I'm like, I'm pulling him up on the screen, and I'm sitting here like this, going, "Boom!"
Vicky kept
But that-
WhatsApping me for little voice clips, effing this and effing that. I'm like, keep on with me. Effing this, that Craig. If I was, I'd effing this and it.
She put in the chat. I saw where she put in the chat. You guys can't hear all the cussing I'm doing to PJ right now.
But I mean,
Voice as
wow.
well.
All the times I asked him a question, he refused to answer me. Do you see what I did? I did what he did to you, Steel Man, and he didn't even know how to Steel Man it.
Nope.
No.
So he had to make another Steel Man that I didn't even ask for.
See, that tells me somebody told him to do that.
Aye.
He's getting information, and that's good because you made him stutter like the kid on the short bus. I'm not shitting you, man. You can tell when he's nervous, he starts rocking. He starts rocking around and twitching his head and looking all different ways and shit like that. I'd love to play poker with that dude. I'd clean out his super chat money in one hand.
He's so predictable.
I've seen
He's
that.
very predictable.
Yeah, he's got so many tells. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a big sack of tells, man. That's for real.
Oh, crazy.
But that Ryan, I'm glad you called that dude out
Yeah,
on
I
that.
had to because it was bias.
Bullshit.
A few times I'm busy making my statement, it's my turn, and he mutes me so Craig can talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to keep quiet. If he's going to be biased, I'm going to tell him.
Exactly.
Because it's not the first time he does this.
Well, somebody said something about James.
Yeah.
And you gave a shout out to James, and I put in the chat, and I said, "Yeah, James isn't a bad moderator. Maybe he can teach Ryan how to do it correctly."
Yeah, I like James. Yes, obviously he's had one or two very bad moderating debates. You know what I mean? But overall, I like even Ryan. He doesn't do bad sometimes. It's just lately he's been showing, especially in the flat earth debate, he has a bias. He does, and it's unfortunate because Ryan as a person is not a bad guy.
No,
he's biased.
Yeah.
You gotta look at it like you're just listening to the argument. You don't have an opinion one way or the other. You have to really distance yourself from that. And even in political debates,
Absolutely.
you have biased moderators,
Right.
and you have to take that out of the equation. That's why I say that the moderator should only be stepping in if the guy is like rambling on, and with my idea of like CB communication. Look, that guy can't even talk until I say I'm done. The other guy can't even talk because when I say I'm done, then you mute me and then he gets to talk, because that's what he relies on is this. And if you limit your amount of response time, then you can't go on a soliloquy of insults. You want to get your point out. And if all you have is a soliloquy of insults, then that means that you didn't have a point.
Right.
And people see that.
Yeah, but I mean, what did he have at the end of the day, actually?
Nothing.
Not a damn thing. Panic.
No, that's all. That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, that dude was nervous as a whore in church. I'm not kidding you.
But I do like when I did move on to flat surfaces. Don't show me how that's a flat surface.
Yeah.
Did you measure it flat?
Yeah.
What's he wanting? A micro inches? I mean, come on, man. I was trying to get your attention in the chat, Flats. I was like, you want indication of flatness? Look at the reflection. It's a perfect reflection. That was only indicated.
I was actually looking at it, but that's why I said reflection, but I didn't get it out because he kept flipping over talking me. But I mean, it's so simple. Telling me, oh, you're below the flat bar. How do you know that's actually aluminium flat bar? It's literally manufactured to be flat. That's what an aluminium flat bar is.
Mm-hmm. It's tested. It has to be within a certain tolerance level of very sensitive instruments before it even leaves the shop.
Yeah, it's like insane. And he wants to tell me, oh, did you measure it yourself? Why must I measure it myself? It's literally manufactured flat.
Yeah.
It's the same as concrete. I mean, you're doing construction. When you lie concrete, it lies flat.
Yep.
Of course.
I should have said this to him. So you're telling me that your mass attracting mass doesn't work for concrete now because you're saying it would be perpendicular to the center of Earth, and over, let's say, 5 meters is supposed to show curve.
Right.
I should have actually said that, but yeah, I didn't get to that. But you understand why I say he might be Timmy with that laugh?
Exactly. I heard it. I was thinking that when he did it, I actually put it in the chat. I said, that's Timmy's giggle body right there. That's him.
It's like to the T.
And we already know he likes to play other characters because he goes in as another character in comments on posts and shit, so it doesn't look like they're from him. You know, I mean, Philip Craig, really? And you're the only one in the entire comment thread that's for Craig, and everything that you say sounds like Craig, Philip Craig. Come on, man. I bet you that's his middle name. I bet you his name's Craig Philip McNeil.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. I just got no words. But it went exactly like I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
The guy's going to...
Usual.
And Ocean, he really thinks he has something. He wants to debate me on biblical earth.
Wow, he's annoying as well, that dude. He's just
that guy wouldn't know where to stick his head.
No.
I mean, look at the last time he came on with me.
With that stupid damn clip he kept putting on with a different t-shirt.
Yeah.
Ocean,
I think he's turnable though. I do.
I think he's too dishonest.
Yeah.
I think he's willfully trying to be a Globie. He wants to be a Globie. It doesn't matter what you're going to present. He's just going to say, no. He's going to do a Craig.
So it's basically his heart knows the truth, but the small hat in him goes for the shekels.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, he's also trying to grow his channel at the moment. And he's buddies with, the whole Craig and, Katz and Mr. Simon Dan and all of them, that crew. Yeah. So what do you think is going to happen if he decides, no, sorry, guys, it's flat? They'll all disown him, and probably he thinks he'll just lose his channel.
That's right.
And all his support.
I don't know, man. Would it be any different, though, than, well, yeah, it would be, because it would be genuine. I was going to say, isn't it much different for these flat earthers that say, oh, now I'm a baller. I'm a globe earther now. I used to be a flat earther. It never goes that other way. It never goes that other way, because especially with these guys, as much and as loudly as they've blown their freaking mouths off, their pride will never let them concede. Never.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, look at when he tried to read that bigoted comment. Why are you still entertaining the flat earth? And yeah, it's like, yeah, that's exactly why I say we need flat earth. Mm-hmm. Because you get people like that to show there's bigots out there that just don't, how can I put it? They want to be unfair because we don't have the same belief system as their cult.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And really, that cult is mired in a dark entity. I'm sorry. It really is. And if anybody hasn't figured that out yet, I don't know what to tell you. That whole idea, people, it's like here, people want to celebrate freedom. Well, freedom is one thing, but total freedom is another. Freedom to live your life peacefully is one thing, but to just be a heathen and be hedonistic and shit, no, man. That's where it starts coming into problems. And that's exactly what they're after with this. That's why he couldn't wait. He has to say spaghetti monster because somebody else said that one time, and that's their little catchphrase. Their new one is word salad, but he had to say something about spaghetti monster. And to me, that's like a little kid who covers up his eyes and goes, "You can't see me now."
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're trying to avoid accountability, and that's a bunch of shit because you know better. You are not unaccountable. And as much as you wish that you're unaccountable, you're not. It's just like in that movie, Nefarious. The guy says, well, I'm an atheist. He goes, you pitiful meat sack. My father's kingdom is full of you guys. And he's like, what?
Crazy.
Meat sack. He goes, "Oh, so you want to discuss?" He says, "I know more theology than anybody you can bring in here to me." And that's when you realize who he really is, man. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Oh, it's called Nefarious.
I must maybe look.
Yeah.
It sounds familiar though, but I've never seen it though.
It's a guy on death row, and he's got to be evaluated by a psychiatrist to make sure he's fit to be executed.
Oh, okay.
But the guy says, "No, I want to be executed." He goes, "But I want you to write my story." He says, "I'm possessed." He says, "I am not this guy." And he starts, and it's pretty soon you start getting to the idea, oh my God, this guy isn't crazy. This is real. He knows everything about this psychiatrist when he comes in, his girlfriend's name, where he went to school, what his grade point average, and knows everything about it right off the top of his head. And he's been tormenting this guy that he's possessing.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "Oh yeah, we get in. All it takes is a yes. That's all it takes is a yes. If you agree to it, sometimes it starts innocent. You know, grandma buys a Ouija board for a birthday or Christmas, and getting used to saying yes, just like a sales pitch, and getting your answers from beyond. That's our doorway in. And it's like the stuff this guy says is just like, whoa." He says, "Do you know how many slaves you have in the world today?" And he lists it and he says, "That's more than at the height of the Roman Empire." And he says, "And you know what?" He says, 40% of them are sex slaves. He says, in this hate speech, he says, "I think I love you. We didn't even come up with that. You did that all on your own." And he points out that how this guy is pointing out freedom, what they have freedom to do is really just like, "Doest thou wilt beeth the whole of the law." That's how they view freedom.
Yeah. Just do what the hell you want. Yeah.
That's true.
I can't believe I haven't seen that. I'll have to watch that.
Great.
Last year we came out.
I was going to say another good one. That's a really recent one too. It was an independent film. Another really good one. Oh Christ! I just had it on the tip of my tongue here. Oh, never mind. I'll think of it here in just a second, man. It's like my brain ain't firing on all fours.
I see FTFE's poll was, is Flatzoid a Poe? And they voted no.
I gotta do that.
Shame. Hey, Tinchin, what's up, man? Yeah, it wasn't very difficult, to be honest. It was actually one of the easiest debates I've already done, to be honest.
Oh man, he's done.
He's done already. I think he's just too how can I put it, gassed, because he was stressing this whole debate. He didn't know which way to turn.
Totally destroyed that idea. See, that's the thing that destroys him. This is why it's kryptonite. Gravity and gas behavior. Okay.
Just hold him to that.
Yes, because you're postulating impossible conditions from Jump Street with this whole model. Not only do you have gas pressure here without containment, but for some reason we have balls of gas forming in a void for God knows what reason would cause gas to come together, coalesce, and become an object so big that its own mass crushes in on it. I mean, that is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. I mean, I thought when you put a gas under pressure, doesn't it turn into like a liquid?
Yeah. When it compresses a gas, it becomes a liquid.
So when's the part where it catches fire start? That's what I'm wondering.
Didn't you know when the sun supernovas, it gives water vapor?
Oh my God, really?
Because that's what they're claiming.
They know this with what? Oh, spectroscopy, right? I know all their answers.
Let me quickly show you guys something. This is what Craig was going on when he says, "This is the gas law." It shows gravity because he sees the G.
I know, right?
Let's go through this quickly, and we laugh at Craig's idiocy because someone in his chat probably gave this to him. Probably
Yeah.
Phil Bell.
Yeah,
or
he spends
Tony.
a lot of time. He spends a lot of time on his looking at his screen and like he's listening to somebody too.
Look at that. Note that the model calculation assumes a uniform temperature. Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That is what I was trying to explain to you with the Boltzmann constant. It debunks the pressure gradient based on temperature gradient. And is therefore not a realistic model of the atmosphere.
But it says it right there.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he says it's a law. The temperature tends to decrease with height. So the model calculation will overestimate the pressure at a given height. So the development of the barometric formula makes use of the number of concepts from kinetic theory, such as ideal gas law, and associated molecule constants. In the exponential, the two terms have the units of energy. The numerator, mgh, which is gravitational potential energy, and the term kT is thermal energy. Now he reads gravitational potential energy and thinks that's gravity. Guys, what is potential energy? The potential to have acceleration.
Right. Stored energy.
So does the gas store energy? No, because it has perfect elastic collisions.
Yep.
He's an idiot. Oh man.
So yeah, I looked up the with my big ass dictionary I got here, right? I looked up level, or I'm sorry, horizon in this. This is from 1975. It says the bounding circle horizon properly of horizon to bound limit from horos boundary limit, the line at which the sky and the earth or sea seem to meet, the boundary line of one's vision on the surface of the earth. A boundary line, and since it's 360 degrees around you, that would make it a circle, just like it said. Wow, how about that? Let's see, called the sensible, visible, or apparent horizon, hence the limit of one's experience, knowledge, or observation. In astronomy, a plane extending as right angles are not curves, right? To the direction of gravity from the eye of the observer to the celestial sphere. Now that's in astronomy, of course, but that's a lot of nonsense in there as well. But as far as
everything you're reading there, though, everything you're reading there is optical, correct?
Yeah. Here's horizontal, parallel to the plane of the horizon, opposed to vertical.
Who's Karun?
Yeah, hey Karun, how's it going? Got someone else in?
This is just
left.
Gone.
You find one of these, pick it up at a store.
Oh, that's awesome. But you see, that's why I wanted, if we had more time, I would have let Craig actually bring the etymology up for that Greek word. And it would literally say what it says. It means it's optical.
Yep.
But how's that? When you read his citation and he says horizontal, he tells me that's not what it means. Literally read it out.
Oh, it means something different in our world, I see.
Oh, man. Okay. But I see Matt is now doing the after show on me.
Oh, yeah.
Would you guys like to do a review on that sometime?
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
That would be cool.
Because that would be funny.
He kind of reminds me. You guys know who John Lovitz is? He used to be on Saturday Night Live. He's been in some movies, and he used to do this character on SNL where he was this like compulsive liar, where he'd like Yeah, and so I am the Archduke of Canterbury. Yeah, I'm the Archduke of Canterbury. That's what it is. And that's what Ozian reminds me of, his whole way he looks around at stuff like, are you buying what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the ticket. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, like that.
Look what I put on screen, guys. My pleasure educating Craig. I'll put it in the chat. Wow, Jeff C. Craig was right not to answer Flatzoid. Flatzoid baits people with questions. That's how debates work. You get people to answer questions to show they're wrong. Duh.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah, that's what's it.
Now I should come in. Oh, must I go in for 2 minutes? You guys want to come join? No, it's 5 a.m. I want to go sleep.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't blame you, brother. I don't blame you. Dude, you kicked his ass with no sleep and a fucking toothache. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm still sitting with it. And I'm drugged up on the medication.
That's true.
Amazing.
See what a few push-ups can do.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you one thing here. If you're getting ready to go off, because I know you want to go to sleep, if people are still wanting to be in brainiac mode a little bit, my son's got a live stream going.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
quickly put the link in. Everybody can go on there. But yeah, I think then tonight's show we'll review the after show and laugh at them.
Cool. I noticed Craig didn't stay on very long after the debate there on his show. He just kind of cut it down. He didn't have a lot to say about it.
It's embarrassing. That's why.
Of course it
was. Because if he was so confident, he would have a lot more to just say than other than, oh no, I was beating him.
Yeah. Twice in 1 week. That's not gotta feel too good for him.
I mean, you demolished him. I obliterated him.
That's the one. There's no pieces left for him. That's it. Nobody else can debate him. He's done.
But I laughed about his after show about you. He said, "This was the best debate I've ever done." I was like, "What?
Really?
For being beat."
We got them swords of kryptonite, man. The pressure sword of kryptonite. That's the whole thing right there. That kills them every time. They try to get this idea of gas having mass, and therefore it must be. This mass attracting mass is so ingrained in their minds that they have to have it, man.
That's crazy. But they're delusional. That's all we can say. It's the only thing they can do is be delusional, carry on staying in their delusional cult, and we can just keep showing them wrong. I know it's not really a debate anymore. This is more for the fun of it. But like I said, the reason I do this is as a hobby, and it's to bring people into the subject. Yep. Think about it. If we stop doing this, how many people are not going to come into the subject? A lot of people get into the subject through this.
It's true.
Even LJ says he found me through MDD. There's so many people that actually get through this subject because of these debates.
True. Oh, Lou's already over on my son's channel.
Okay, that's cool. So yeah, guys, pop over to Sov's channel then, Sov's son's channel. Support there, guys. I'm going to sleep now because my children are probably going to get up in an hour's time and ask for coffee.
Right on, man. Get some sleep, brother. Get some sleep.
The sun's about to come up. Let's put it that way.
Great job, Flats. That was an ass kicking. So I enjoyed watching that.
I appreciate you guys staying in.
It was a nice kicking. It was good to see after I mean, like I say, after Sov did it and then you finished him off. That's it. And nobody else can debate him now. He's in pieces.
I think he's going to think twice next time he wants to, right? Because he's probably going to say this stipulation. Oh, you can't talk about gravity. You can't talk about this.
Yeah. He won't want to do that.
The guy doesn't even know what a straw man is, too.
Not for a minute. Not for a minute.
Oh,
dumb as shit.
But yeah, guys, I don't understand. No.
I know,
Yeah,
but
thanks
Vicky
for-
says she's been awake 20 hours. That's a long time for her, to be honest.
Dude, on par with me. That's
Mhm.
awesome. Yeah, let me quickly work out how it. Let's see. It's Friday night. I went to sleep at 2:00 in the morning. Woke up at 6, so that's 4 hours. And I was awake till now.
Holy cow.
20 hours, same as Vicky. Yeah.
So I had 4 hours sleep for the whole weekend so far, guys.
I think
Jeez, no, it ain't no good for you.
I think
No wonder why I feel this way.
yeah, I think Vicky watched Alan Norstrand live this morning walking his dog.
Oh yeah, he had a stream as well. Shout out to Alan.
Yeah,
He had a
yeah.
stream. I haven't watched it yet though.
No, I haven't seen it. Vicky was there live. It's not like I had to be up at that time in the morning.
And stretch yourself out good before you lay down on the rack, man. You'll wake up really refreshed, man.
Oh yeah.
It's,
I'm gonna get myself some warm honey.
Oh yeah,
Sleep.
yeah.
yeah, good idea, dude. Good idea.
Bit of warm honey milk, and then take a nap.
Yeah.
Because I know my brain's I'm gonna lie, then it's gonna go. That's the only thing about these debates afterwards. You want to lie, you want to sleep, but your brain wants to carry on thinking.
Yeah, I know, man. You can't turn that sucker off, man. So mine never goes off. I finally go to sleep, and like I'll wake up, some answer to something I was wondering about will pop into my head, and I wake up, and I'm like, oh, and I just say it. My wife will look at me like, "What the hell are you talking about?"
Oh yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to sleep. Cheers, guys. Thank you for coming. Appreciate all the support, guys. You rock.
Right on, Flatzoid. We'll see you next time, buddy.
See you.